Who does this kid think he is?
Welcome to my office, Dan.
Thank you, Zoe.
Please go ahead and make yourself comfortable. Let's go straight to business. Dan, have you really treated Debbie well?
Sure. She is a nag, despite the fact that I give her everything she asks for. The last time I went to Dubai, I got her an iPhone 7. Ask her now where it is, and you will hear what will shock you. When I also visited India, for a conference, even though those stuffs cost me almost ₹1,000,000, I got her about 10 different, complete, original saris. I have never seen her wear one, since I got them.
Saris.
Yes.
Oh my god. And I so much loved them. Okay.
I got my wife a washing machine. But now, I feel that that is the worst mistake I have ever made in life.
Why should it be?
Of course, Z. I got home one day, and found the whole room, littered with those precious clothes. It's very painful. The children look unkempt, my wife looks very unkempt, the whole room looks very disorganized. If I had not bought the washing machine, maybe she would have been washing. If she washes, nothing will litter the whole house.
Please take it easy, Dan. Is that all? Tell me more.
Z, the summary of the whole thing is that I am losing it. I am losing it so much that it hurts me. I am losing it so much that I don't know what else to do. The worst thing is that my wife understands it all. She is a virtuous woman. That is what she tells me.
Have you prayed about it?
Sure. What are you saying? I have prayed, fasted and cried to God, yet nothing has changed.
You don't think you should talk to her about it? You are her husband. You should be best friends.
I had my beautiful plans about the married life. As I sit before you, Z, I have many challenges that I am passing through, which I want to share with my wife. But she is not there for me. I keep them in. They are killing me.
Why can't you talk to her about all these?
She doesn't listen. She can't listen to me. I know Debbie had always been so high-minded about herself, but I thought she would change in marriage. I was wrong.
Dan, check through your deepest heart, and tell me sincerely. Do you still love Debbie?
It's a hard question, Z. I don't know if I do.
I give you about 10 minutes. How do you think Debbie has changed? Wipe the tears. Please take it easy, Dan.
She has changed greatly, Z. She tells me daily that I am lucky to have her. Yes, I told her that many times during courtship. Fine. But is she supposed to remind me daily, especially when I don't see the reason for her specialty anymore? She dresses shabbily, ties wrapper, with her hair unkempt. My wife could bare her whole chest while feeding her baby, even in front of our visitors, without shame. It makes me go crazy. Excuse me.
Bless you.
Thank you.
Go ahead.
The house is dirty, and the children are dirty too. I hate it when my mum comes to the house. Because they will fight. Just like me, my mum loves a very clean house. And I hate it when they fight. I should be behind my wife to support her, but whatever mum complains about, is actually very true. What do I do then? If you check the freezer, it's a horrible sight. What of the storeroom? No organization at all in there. Another problem is the children.
The children? How can this be?
Z, as much as I hate to admit it, I see my children as threat to our marriage.
Wow. But why do you say so?
If my wife, and I, have an issue, or the other, she picks her children and starts singing. Blah blah blah. Who does that, Z? Who does? What suffering is it, that her marriage to me is dishing out to her? What?
Do you help with house chores?
I don't help with house chores. I do the chores. All of them. My wife only cooks for her children, and sit before the television all day.
Oh. You don't eat at home?
I don't eat at home. Not at all.
But why?
When I wake at 6 a.m., my wife is on the bed still having a serious devotion in her war room. By the time I am leaving at around 7:30, I knock on her war room, and she waves at me, as she mutters her prayers and shakes her head deeply in prayer.
Oh.
When I get to work, I take breakfast, and lunch. Then, I get shawarma, or steak, on my way back, for dinner.
It is well. How about your sex life?
I can't say anything about that.
Oh no.
What is she doing here?
You can never be able to say anything about that, Dan. You never can. I am so sorry for barging into the discussion and making you lose confidence in me, Zoe. But I have to give him the instant reply here. Once and for all.
Debbie. Calm down. If you want us to have good conversation here, please try and control yourself. Sit down, please.
Okay, thank you. Please allow me talk to him. Dan, you know how to paint me black, so that when your hearers hear, I will be seen as the wicked one, right? Why didn't he mention all of his bad stuffs too?
Just give me one bad stuff I have done to you since we got married.
I will give you a million reasons. Z, you have enjoyed the bad stories about me. Please listen clearly to all of his too. Dan does not have time for me. He buys iPhone, and a car, and clothes and shoes, and bags. Plus the kitchen gadgets and all. Fine, they are all good. But I did not marry those things. I married him. He complains that I don't take care of the house and all of that. Zoe, I am a nursing mother with 3 healthy kids. It is not easy taking care of these children. But despite all these, I still take time to disinfect our room and make sure the room is good looking.
Who cares if the room is clean as long as the other rooms are not?
Please, stay calm.
I care. I doubly care.
I don't care. I want the whole house clean.
You can't kill me. I can't take care of the 3 kids and still do all those. Look, Dan, you can't kill me. I can't take care of the 3 kids and still do all of those.
When last did you clean, Debbie? I clean the whole house. I sweep, and mop, and cook. And I have not died.
You cook for yourself.
Mrs. Nursing Mother.
Yes, you have issues with the love I shower on my kids. But that is your problem, Dan. If I don't find joy in my so-called husband, won't I look for the joy elsewhere? Won't I?
Debbie, stop this. Not in my office. Now sit down. Please.
Okay.
Debbie. Why are you crying?
Cry. Because of a man. God forbid.
If your husband hurts you, why can't you cry? And show your emotions? It's okay to do so.
Does he show emotions in front of me too? Who cares? Those without husbands are surviving. I will survive.
You sound hurt. You still love Dan, right?
Z, stop all these. Whose side are you? How will I be hurt because of a man that does not care? I hate when a man thinks highly of himself. My joy is not in his hands. My joy is in the hands of the Almighty God.
Yes. But, do you still love Dan?
I thought you were a real lady. But I was so wrong. Z, How can you ask me such a question? In front of an egoistic man. Love is reciprocal. If a man loves you, you will definitely love him back. And if he hates you, you hate him too. Simple.
How do you know that he hates you? From his story, he has done a lot for you. He even carries out some house chores for you. He gets you so many stuffs that some ladies are dying to have.
That is his problem. I am not in lack. He knew the level in which he met me. Zoe, you know everything. When he married me, I needed a man that would love me greatly and show it. A man that would go on strolls with me and tells me he cares all the time. A man that satisfies my needs. Don't ever think I am crying for you. You are not a real man. You have failed.
You said a man who satisfies your needs? I think he does that. Doesn't he?
Z, please stop all these talks. Is the material thing the only need of a woman? I can't talk about this anymore. Let me just leave.
Dan.
Yes, Zoe.
Dan, you have been very, very wrong. Please sit down. I'm coming back to you.
I'm not leaving anymore. You are now making sense, Zoe. Please go ahead and tell him.
Debbie, you have been equally very, very wrong.
Me, how?